So, I have finally decided to say something on this channel. Right now, I only have 7 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure one of them is me. So, let's assume it's 6 of you, maybe 5 of you who actually watch this channel. I decided to go live because this isn't even live, this is just me recording a video on this channel. If you were wondering what in the world am I trying to do on this channel, why, after being dormant in rapping for all these years, have I finally decided to do something? I figured my first few people, if you don't already know, because you probably are people that know me from offline. I have been rapping for a long time. Other than the things I did when I was young, once the band that I was in broke up, I just kind of stopped and just backburnered it and hadn't really been making it my forte because I had to make, a regular living at it. So that's pretty much what I've got. But I felt like I should start engaging people on this channel instead of just putting music up because I felt like that's impersonal. I'm going to start talking to people here if people want that. So if you're interested in my full rap backstory, rap when I was a little kid, of course, had the dream of that. Did the high school cafeteria rap battle thing. Then when I went to college, I became a music minor. And that was good for me, though, because I got a chance to study music theory. And in particular, I studied a lot of jazz. I studied a lot of John Coltrane. At the university I went to, the Bowie State University, we got a chance to play some of Duke Ellington's original scores. That's when I learned about, Count Basie, and I learned how to write music longhand. Did rap, but didn't really do it that much. I kind of didn't think I would return to it. So then got out of college, had a degree, but had trouble finding work. One of the things I'd read in a how to find a job book was the network. The only way I really knew how to network, where I knew I could do it easily, was with music. So I started networking with music. I played the trombone. And I ran into some people, and they all worked at this company. I'm not giving out details because, it's just cancel culture day. If I say something that somebody doesn't like, then they're going to start trying to, bombard and cancel and all this other stuff. So anyway, if you're interested in full details of the story, indicate below that you want more details other than a vague overview. So anyway, I got in the band just to play the trombone. At one practice, the singer, I think it was the singer, heard me rapping and thought we should integrate it into the band. So then I started rapping again. Eventually, various reasons, the singer left the group, so I was the front talent because it was almost like it was two groups. After a while, it was like the singer set, then it was my stuff, and I started helping to co-write a lot of the material for the band. So that we went off, spun, was a hip hop band. We had kind of like Stetsasonic. It was because this is back in the late '90s, well mid '90s, early mid '90s, not late, early mid '90s. So it was only that I knew of. It was the Roots. There was like a DC. I'm in the DC area. It was a DC area like go-go band, and I cannot remember their name. And then there was us. I'm not mentioning the name. Well, I'll mention the name of us. We were called Beat Sugar. Hopefully that won't cause anybody to get canceled. Cause me to get canceled. So it was Beat Sugar, the Roots, and there was another band. And Beat Sugar would open up for a lot of native tongue type sound and stuff. And we opened for De La. We opened for the Roots. At least one. I think we went for the Roots about 3 times. And those kind of rap acts, nothing really like hardcore or gangster or anything like that. So we opened up for those groups. And we had gotten a minor level deal to hope to try to go major, but unfortunately we didn't make it. So I didn't really begrudge my rap failure because honestly, man, doing that stuff, being able to be in front of a crowd and talk to people is an invaluable skill that I still use to this day. I recently realized too, it's like in a way, it's almost like I've never stopped emceeing because it's nothing for me to talk in front of people. It's nothing for me to, like, I teach a martial arts class part time, engaging the students and talking to people. I could roll right into that because it's a lot of it is like emceeing. In fact, one of my teachers, before I got the black belt, the way he was talking, the way he interacted with people, I later found out he was a musician. It's like he's like emceeing. So, this stuff is going to carry over. So, I still would write songs here and there. And sometimes I would put stuff online anonymously. But I didn't really keep up my skills like I should. I would start to for a while just because I wanted to see if I still got it, I still could do it. Then I would do it and do it just for fun, and then I stopped. So now I think the thing that really reactivated me and made me say, I'm going to go ahead, and it's not about trying to be famous or anything. I really need to just share what I'm doing with the world. I was sitting in church one day, and of course, the pastor brought up the parable of the talents. And he looked right, he looked in my direction. He was talking about it. I was like, "Oh man, yeah, he is right. I am bearing a talent." Because first I was saying, I'm not bearing any talents. I'm sharing my martial arts with the world. Yeah, I'm sharing my martial arts in the world with the world. And there was a point there too where I was trying to be a science fiction writer, and I did some self publishing with that, and I got published on a small press with that too. Not a lot of money. All the money I've made from either selling fiction or with music has never been enough to live off of. I report on my taxes though, and it's all been spent keeping my children alive. As is the money I have now from my day job is still spent mostly keeping my family alive. So there are no Rolls Royces in my driveway. I never got that kind of bling bling like that. I'm just being honest. So parable of talents, that was enough to make me. But I revved up the thing a little bit. So I think I made the channel, and then I just put some stuff up there, and I made the channel, and I still didn't really put anything up. But I did have another channel, and I put stuff up there, but I never showed my face on that channel. And after a while, I looked at that channel, and the views were starting to grow. I was probably going to get to 500,000 views. But you know what? I didn't like the spirit of the stuff on it. It was just too negative. I was like, man, I'm going to wipe it off. So I wiped that channel out. I took everything, I wiped it out. I hope that maybe I at least keep the views, but I didn't care. My son warned me, because he's a rapper. He's switching over to beat making. I've even trained him in rap, and I trained a couple of other people with some rapping too. And he's like, "You're gonna lose your views." And you know what? I just didn't care. I'm just gonna wipe all that out. And I wiped it out. So if anybody's ever followed me from there, and you're gonna follow me from there to there, which I kind of doubt, but you may. Some of the old songs I have re-uploaded here. And what I'm probably going to do is take those, if there's anything from the old stuff, because it's such low tech, I'm going to redo it, tweak it with 808 beat, so it's got more boom to it now, and then re-upload it that way. There's only one song from that old channel there's a couple of songs that I've already put up here that I've put up here unchanged, but there's one from the old channel that I think the instrumental of it is going to come up, because, not to brag, I really outdid myself on that instrumental. And it was so hard, it's so complex, I couldn't even rap over it. I only had one line for that song for 3 years. There's one thing I will say, not being vague. on this channel since I'm showing my face. Oh, my name is Cecil Washington. I am the guy that is Cecil Ryu Martial Arts. That's me. I am he and my, I am him. And I am the inventor of 3/4 hip hop. I don't think anybody else was doing that before I did it. And I put that I put a 3/4 hip hop songs. I put those up, and also I think it should be in the Library of Congress. Some of the other stuff I've copyrighted that was 3/4 hip hop. But anyway, so that instrumental, I think I might just put up here just by itself. And the rap, I'm not really liking how the vocals came out on it. And I think the bass is a little too loud. So I'm going to try to see if I can take it in the band lab and re-EQ that when I put it back out there. And it's kind of like the rap is kind of weird because it's kind of like a love slash. It was supposed to be a love song, and I was trying to be like deep and poetic, but to me it kind of sounds like he's trying to be too deep. So I'm gonna tweak it. I'll just put it out here and see where it lies. So if you've indulged me this much, you like only 5 or 6 people that watch, thank you. I would say this: if there is anything that you would like for me to rap about, put the topic below in this video. Put the topic below this video in the comments, and I will see if I can do a rap about it. Now, I will say this: I reserve the right to not rap about it. If I think that there is a topic that's going to get me canceled in any form, I will most likely not rap about that. And you can call me scared, you can call me scurry or whatever you want, but that's fine because you're not paying me. If you want to pay me enough to risk economic harm, that's different. If you want me to pay, if you want me to rap about something that I know there's no way I'm going to be employed by anybody in any way, shape, or form to rap about that topic, then you need to pay me enough to get out of the regular workforce. And I'll give you a hint: $20,000 ain't going to do it. You're going to have to pay me enough to literally get out the regular workforce. You would have to pay me probably more than anybody has ever gotten for in advance. And hey, if you're just that bold, and if you offer me that kind of money to do something that I don't feel comfortable with, I'm probably not going to do it anyway. You know, if you wanted me to do something super duper negative for that kind of money, I'm still not going to do it. Because I'll tell you this one thing, and then I'm going to stop this video because it's getting long. And I'm definitely being vague on purpose on this. I've told people this offline, more specific, but I'm not going to be specific here. But I will say this: and it's not Illuminati. Don't know, because I'm not. It's not Illuminati. I've never been approached by anything like that. But I did have an opportunity to be what I think is called an industry plant. Somebody already had like a character and a marketing scheme worked up, and he presented it to me. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. That's because, I guess you could say my rap roots are probably like conscious and stuff like that. So at the time, even though I was young and I really needed the money, I said no because, didn't want to hurt my people or anything like that. I'm not saying that for cool points. It's just the truth. I mean, that's how I felt. And then there have been times since then when I was like, dang, when bills come due, stuff breaks down and you think you're getting ahead, but then you got to come out your pocket and pay for the water heater. You got to pay for the septic tank and slump pump. You got to pay for the car repairs, pay for my car repairs, pay for my wife's car repairs, pay for my son and my daughter's car repairs, stuff like that. You got to pay for tuition. Like I have in one of my songs here, it's hard to fight the power when you've got to keep the power on. It is. It's hard to fight the power when you've got to keep the power on. So yeah, if you want to describe my raps, yeah, my raps are corny. That's because I'm corny, and I'm just gonna be corny. Because you know what? What happened to like the corny voice in hip hop? We're out there. We can see, like, I could jam to something that's gangster, then I could jam to something that's conscious. Where the corny people? Where we at? My corny people shut. Where we at? We're around and we appreciate different forms of hip hop and rap, but where we at? So I'm gonna put my vibe out there. And one more thing. Of course, I'm like a big like KRS-One fan. I would say if KRS-One is the teacher, I would consider myself to be the student because I used to devour anything that KRS-One put out. And a lot of his later work, not that I don't like it, I just haven't made the time to go through a lot of it. But I can tell you, probably if it's a KRS-One song that I haven't heard, I probably like it. Because even the one song he did that made me angry, it made me angry because it was true. It was a hit dog hollering. That one they taking your time. I heard that while I was at work one day. I was like, oh, I hate you. I hate you, Chris, because you telling the truth. And I remember I was listening to it. I was like, oh man. And my team leader came and she looked what she saw. And she was like, I think she was like smirking. She was laughing. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. They're taking my time. They're taking my time because I need health benefits. But that was a good song. That one. Another song that hurt my feelings that he did was that one, bling, blong, bling, because I had just written something and I thought it was pretty good. And then I heard him and I was like, oh, I still got a long ways to go. But anyway, thank you for indulging me on this live thing. Like I said, I'm going to start to talk live more on here because I don't want to just be throwing stuff up here, just one-sided. I have an audience, I have a small man, and we need to vibe, we need to talk. I like to do some like live freestyle and stuff on here once this channel gets approved for live. My main channel right now has a community guideline strike, so I'm not going to take stuff from over there and put it up here. I'm right now, even though I said in my main videos that I consider martial arts to be another element of hip hop, I'm keeping them separate for right now, unless you fans demand that I mix them. Then if the fans want me to mix them, then I will. But if not, I'm just going to keep it two different things right now. So if you have any questions, it's only like, 5 of you. Go ahead, post them below. Peace. Oh, and like any feedback you've got on any of the videos or songs that I put up here, put it here. And right now, I'm just going to stick to like public domain, royalty-free video footage, and just like a picture with the audio, because I don't want YouTube digging me. I don't want YouTube digging me on stuff. Anything that I put up that I think might be a little bit more, oh man, YouTube may get mad, even though it's not my intention to make anybody angry or whatever. It'll be on Rumble. So I'm going to have a Rumble channel for this. And I'm going to have a YouTube hip hop channel and a Rumble hip hop channel. Just like I got a YouTube martial arts channel, I'm going to have a Rumble martial arts channel too. Don't think it's going to be exactly the same thing. It's not. It's not. It's not going to be 100% duplication. It'll be pretty close, but it's not going to be 100%. I got to see who's drawn to what. And right now, since it's not that many people, if there's any type of ideas you want me to try, like let's say if you wanted to see me rap to like a rock song, because I got a rock song I'm working on now. Thank you, Band Lab. I got a rock rap song that I'm working on. And I got the lyrics and I got the beat. It's already written. I just got to practice it before I put it up. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please spread the word about Cecil Ryu Hip Hop. Peace. And enjoy yourself.